You probably
You
can't
guys
find me and...
You kind of found each other.
Alright.
East Street's not huge as a neighborhood goes, so...
Okay.
Oh, well, Bolton's as good as dead if you two are involved.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
You two only show up when bad things are happening.
I think it's the opposite, sir.
Do you know these two, Mr. Hawksworth?
Oh, I know them. I met them when my friend committed suicide.
Oh!
Hey, he was our friend too.
That's right.
He was more my friend. Mate.
I think that's conjecture.
He was a writer, actor, yeah. However you want to think.
We were cut from the same cloth. That's why I think he was more my friend. What stake do you have finding a stagehand?
Boredom,
really.
Yeah. This
What
young
did you
man
say,
approached
nothing?
He
us.
said boredom.
Boredom, really.
Boredom.
Well, as you may have overheard back at the theatre, he owes me 6 pence.
Is that it?
No. His wife's a blubbering maniac, I think, so...
Believe me, I know
I
that.
want to feel like I
And Conti's my friend. I mean, I want to help him.
Okay, well there's the real motive then. Still, everyone we talked to hadn't even seen him, like, later than we have. We've seen him Monday, and people we talked to have only seen him Sunday.
Who did you talk to?
He's drinking, pal, over at the... Where was it? Oh,
It was the tavern.
That's literally what it was called. The Tavern. Yeah.
you'd think I would remember a name like that. Anyways...
You don't come to East Street much. You drink at the Mermaid, remember?
The only clue that we have is that he was really worried about some piece of paper that his wife didn't even see, even if she had, she can't read. So, that's it. He's gone. It's over. I'm ready for the play Friday, and I'm gonna go on about my life.
It might be over for you, but that's a lot of money for me, mate.
Is the play tomorrow going to be a good one?
Oh, it's gonna be the best. Because every play I get better and better and better.
Oh, yeah. The Duchess of Malfi. It's a tragedy.
I'll be sure to bring the wife.
Anyways. I might be able to carry a couple of ales with me and watch you guys try to search for a man who's been missing for 4 days. That might be fun. But honestly, he's gone. He left his wife. He didn't want to have kids, and he had kids, so he left the kids. That's what I think.
Wait, don't waste time in judgment, do you?
It's just, there has to be more to it than that. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would just leave.
Oh, I never really knew him. So, if you say so.
You know him pretty well. You don't think you would?
Yeah.
But what reason would he have to be gone for 4 days? Other than ditching his life, moving on.
I don't know, he could have been kidnapped, or...
Who would kidnap a stagehand? They're like the lowest of... Wait. Sorry.
No. Ouch.
Maybe it was a lover's note.
Ooh.
Maybe what?
A lover's note.
Now that I could see.
That's not
He
good.
took the 6 pence from you, got him some East cheap whore, and now they're fleeing together across the Thames. I bet you.
Well,
Could be.
Case solved.
Time to celebrate.
Detective Hawksworth.
I don't know, I mean, his wife is also, I mean... Not that I'm after his wife or anything, but...
Like, looking all around. Not that I am. Is anyone else, though?
I don't know anything about what you guys found in the house.
No. I mean, we
no,
told
they-
you about the
Okay,
paper.
so you told
Yeah,
me.
they mentioned that there was a paper. His wife had saw a paper.
His wife said he was concerned about some piece of paper.
But he did not divulge in the details of it.
No.
Did you find anything else?
No.
Found out he only has 2 outfits and didn't take the other one. So,
That's pretty typical, actually.
well, actually, wait.
You only have 1
He
outfit,
was trying to
Hawksworth.
make a clean getaway for a new life. Why didn't he just take his things? Why did he just all of a sudden leave?
Maybe to avoid suspicion. Regardless,
Seems deeper.
Could he have been arrested? And if so, is there anyone we could ask about that?
You could talk to the city guard. There's not really a police force.
Okay.
The British were of the opinion that if you had police, it would create crime.
Okay.
Or no, it would be a repressive force against the people. And the British were against that. So there are no, like, policemen.
Okay.
So it's army, the only people, or that kind of thing. So there's not a whole lot. If there's a crime, people start screaming what the crime is. Like, you find a dead body, you start screaming murder. Locals show up. If you yell thief, people will try to grab the guy. And then he's taken before a local magistrate or something like that, and then they deal with it.
Okay.
So the
Why is it
British at
taking
this
her
time
4
period
days?
were like policing themselves, huh?
Why is it taking her 4 days to come to us?
Oh, you don't know? It could, maybe she thought for the first couple of days he was just out partying with his friends. She mentioned that he's been gone for a couple of days before.
I didn't know if he was
But,
for-
you know, that's always he's been with his actor buddies in those instances. You know, he's always come back. Now it's been 4 days. That's a lot. It's longer. So now she thinks something's happened. And at first she came to blame you guys. People at the theater were like, what you talking about? So now she's worried.
You said this is uncommon, right?
Yes.
For people to go missing. So
Uh,
then just like somebody can just drown in the Thames. And
yeah,
everybody's like,
but usually the corpse will float to the surface pretty quick. And the Thames is low right now, so if you drown in the Thames, that body should have shown up. There you go. Sooner or later, it might still be there. You never know.
Okay. So.
Why don't we just see if he shows up tomorrow, and then if he doesn't, then we'll know that he just ran away.
Well.
That's a choice. You can do that.
Well, I mean, if he shows
Just
up.
wait till someone else disappears. A bigger lead.
Only I can figure out where he could have gone on Monday night after the play.
You guys could go down to Southwark and look around, down by where the Southwark is, where the playhouse is located.
Okay.
There are other places in London. If you want to just look in other parts of London, you could. London's a very bustling city. It'd be a big place to look in.
Yeah.
You were at the Mermaid last night. He wasn't there. Not last night, at least. That's where you got a little. Ben Johnson was talking about some mask that he's been putting on for James I. So it was actually interesting, yeah. But you know.
Okay. Well, how late is it at this point?
You could go and do like maybe one more thing tonight
Okay.
before it's getting to the point where you probably want to get some sleep and still have a good night's sleep for tomorrow.
And I'm assuming I would live somewhere around where the playhouse
You
is.
probably live in Southwark somewhere. I know Hawksworth does. Hawksworth's got a place in Southwark. You have that apartment there. You two live in the city itself because you have money.
Okay. I'll.
There's various things you guys. You can also all split up and look in different places if you want to
Okay.
keep looking.
I will look.
Oh damn it! I'm glad you remember that. I just forgot.
I will look around Southwark.
Okay, so you're gonna have the Southwark. So Huddleston's gonna have the Southwark. What do the rest of y'all want to do, if anything?
Yeah, I'll be at the play tomorrow.
You're
Find out what
done.
happens then. Yeah, I have
Are you
a
gonna
long
go
walk.
drinking or anything tonight?
Yeah, let's have a nail.
You could. Where do you want to go? I mean, there's various
Somewhere
taverns
not
you're in. Somewhere
Did you
not
say ale?
You know I did, Hawksworth.
here. You know the Mermaid. You've been there. We used that before.
You two think you could buy a couple of ales for an up and coming actor?
Sure. Who is he?
With
Yeah.
with your medicine.
Where did that voice come from?
Your bank money.
Ow.
Baldrick's there.
Baldrick, what are you doing?
No.
Go home,
Baldrick's
Baldrick.
back home. Trying to fix your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so what's the plan? Hellen's going to Southwark
Yes.
to look around,
The mermaid, apparently.
and talk to some people, see if anybody knows him.
Yes.
Drinking at the Mermaid, that's you. Collin and Hawksworth. Whitewood is going there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What about James?
Brown?
No, James.
Well-
James. Francis James.
James Brown's
Well,
here.
I wouldn't want to try. I don't mind.
You're going home. Okay. Oh, hello, Hawksworth. Come on in. Oh, you are now. That's Bertram Darrington,
He's still alive?
the tavern keeper. He's getting up there. He is getting old. Missing a lot of teeth.
He's almost as fat as I am.
He almost. Talkative. He's always glad to chat with anyone as usual. Doesn't always make sense, but he's sharper than one would think, and he has a memory that spans over 40 years, clearly it would seem. He's especially able to recall verse, rhymes, riddles, and songs. You know that he's been asked more than once to join an acting company, but he's always declined. So, what will you have? Oh, he knows his place.
Oh.
He's a tavern keeper, and he knows he'll always be a tavern keeper, and so...
He's okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for that. What will you have, Hawksworth?
Give me an ale, and one of these two's gonna pay for it.
Oh, such foreign gentlemen from our establishment.
I don't have to put it on my tab this time.
But you will have to pay that tab off someday, you know.
I'm waiting for you to die.
Oh, you'll be waiting a long time.
I'll die before you, probably.
You're out late of a night on 2 nights in a row, Hawksworth. What are you doing out a little bit?
Oh,
Spreading more rumors, are you?
you know it. Looking for a bottom. You seen a Clancy bottom?
Oh, yes, good looking fella. He was in here a few nights ago.
What night was that?
Let's see. Sunday night and Monday night he did come here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's right. Everyone comes to the Mermaid sooner or later. Handsome man, right? Remember he told me he worked at the Globe. I thought of you. In truth, I did remember. He was a thick-headed fellow, though quite fair to look upon. He's also quite polite, but I fear somewhat put out by a speech Ben Jonson did so make, quoting one of his masks for the king. He's not been seen so much around here since he stopped writing public plays, so it's quite entertaining, but I fear the lad did not understand a half of it. Although Frank can admit that I myself did not as well. 'Twas that second night he did leave with a stranger. That sticks right with me as queer, almost something out of a tragedy or a folk tale. You see, Bolton kept asking all the learned men in this place about a certain symbols he had written down on a scrap of parchment. He had folded in his pocket. I saw it, for he asked me as well. It was some kind of deviltry about it, I think. Something unwholesome and evil on the whole. He asked if I'd ever seen the like, and I admit I certainly had not, as I'm a God-fearing man, though I don't always make it to church of a Sunday. Many of the other men didn't come to his questions either. Ben Jonson called him a fool and warned him of the coming storm of charges of blasphemy should he not hide away the terrible paper. But what was strange... He's brought your ales, by the way. What was strange was on that second night, as he were here, another fellow arrived, even as he began to question those in the tavern again, asking them if they've ever seen such as the terrible things on the parchment. And this man, well, he's all dressed in finery like a lord, and he had black hair and a beard. His clothing looked foreign, and his cap, though like my own, was fancy made of velvet, I do believe, as were his clothing. There was something wrong about him, though. I swear to you, and in truth, I do not like having him here. He went straight to bottom, and he took him to a table where the two talked sometime. I brought them ale, and of course, I could not help but overhear a little of their conversation, though. I hated to see a man caught up in someone as obviously touched by the devil, as this man was. There was a smell about him, you see. It was like an open grave, rotten meat. It was subtle, but seemed to cling to him, though he had a perfume on him, enough about him to cover it for the most part. His beady little eyes were never still either, almost as if he feared to be caught up in something at any moment. I noticed, though he tried to hide it as well, that there was a certain threadbare quality about his clothing. They talked, as I could hear, about certain symbols that mystified Bottom. This other fellow, whose name I never clearly heard, but it was something like Littleton or Lodlison, said, I remember this clearly. I can help you out with these, good man, as I've seen them many times before. Come to my house in Islington that we might decipher their meaning together, and perhaps you might never have to darken the doorway of such places as this again. I know not what he meant by it, but it sent a shiver down my spine, I do say. Those two, they left together, and I peeked out as they did so to see a fine carriage driving away in the direction of Islington. I did indeed, and that's the last I ever seen of those two fellas.
You see the strangest things around here.
Oh yes, I see everything, Hawksworth. Including your tab. When do you plan on paying that?
How big has it gotten already?
It's over £5.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Is it? Do you drink there that much? We can knock that down to a
Where's the trash
pound.
can?
Here.
Great.
I drink there quite a bit.
Okay. I know you're good for it, Hawksworth. I might trade it in some of that for some tickets someday. If I ever make it to Southern.
Please, if you ever see a corpse on the street with £5 in his purse, please tell me first.
Oh.
Would you?
Oh, if I see a corpse with £10, I'll tell you about the 5. And you have your drinks.
And we have the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And now I know where to go.
Bum, bum, bum. So, it's late. You're finally go home and go to bed.
Yeah, I do.
After that, Helen, you don't find anything in Southern.
Alright.
You went home to bed already? So we'll jump to Friday.
I don't go to
25th.
bars because
What about Friday?
Friday, just wait till Friday. Friday sees the Duchess of Malfi.
Oh, yeah.
You went to see it. Did you take Abigail? Are you going to see it?
Oh, yeah.
You're in it. You work in it. You're working it. You're in it. Does very well. It always does. It's always done very well.
Who do I play as?
Oh, goddamn, Kyle. I don't know. Let me write down all the parts. One of the leads.
Well, hold on. You said she marries somebody, right?
She marries beneath her class and ends up as a nightmarish tragedy as her brothers undertake revenge. Let's see.
You want to brother?
That's what I'm kind of thinking, but
Maybe.
Oh, wow, that is nice.
Stitches.
My parents are going on a cruise.
Ayo.
Tell them I
Oh
want
my
to
goodness.
Hell yeah.
go. Duchess of Malfi. Duchess of Malfi. Wikipedia, that's as good as anything.
Yes.
The tragedy of
Something
the
not
Duchess of Malfi. Characters. Here we go. Antonia Bologna.
That's my...
Returned from France, full of scorn for the
Antonio
Italian
Bologna.
courtiers. Antonio Bologna. Probably. Bologna, who corrupt France, Antonio stewards of the Duchy of his honesty and good judgment of character are traits well known to other characters. He said possessed proposal of marriage. Delio, a courtier. I think these are in order of appearance. So you've got a good part.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a good part. Helen, you're one of the spear carriers.
We'll say I'm one of the brothers.
Hold on, you can be one, brother.
Gear carriers.
People that stand in the background and make it look like
Okay.
there's people there.
Ah.
So,
And
you know,
you
usually
as
they're
well.
like guards, so they'll stand there with a spear to be
Yeah.
important.
Makes sense.
You know, you're in a few scenes.
Yeah.
You're playing music. The play goes
Audience
well.
is just
The audience, yeah, they are. It's a good play. It's a well done play. It's loved. It's been shown before in various places. And
Can I roll?
no, you don't have to.
Ah, fuck. I wanted to see if I did better than I usually do.
All right, you can roll.
Oh, yeah.
You can roll 2 if you want, Ambralyn. If you feel like rolling your violin, you can. You don't get any checks for this. This is just to see how well you did.
Yeah, well, I did my violin.
Oh, shit. Andy, I crit.
Crit success.
Crit success. 0-1
right,
out of
you nailed it.
96.
You nailed it.
I
So,
have to make below.
yes.
My
75 or below, violin.
Do I check that?
No.
Oh,
No, because this wasn't a specific task to do something. It's just how did you do? How'd you do?
I revoked my decision.
Did you fail?
I revoked my
That's
decision.
You're having a bad day. You keep thinking about
You're like hot and cold though, right?
For some reason, you're thinking about you keep Clancy Bottom's
So
missing.
you're like really good or you're like really bad, right?
No, that's just her. That's her emotional state, not necessarily how she plays. So you failed.
Well, maybe
what
her
did you
emotional
roll?
state's really bad, so she doesn't play well.
99.
Oh, she fucking rose it.
Now, here's what happens.
I
is
break a string.
One of your strings breaks halfway through, and you have to play the rest of that act on 3 strings. And you guys realize this. You hear it go, and you see the, okay, like in the cartoons when the string breaks, and it's like, the audience doesn't necessarily notice,
I have shit.
especially the people down in the pit,
Nice.
the people who just stand and they're just eating the whole time and drinking beer. They don't notice, obviously, but you guys might. You guys can each do a listen check. See if you notice that. You know, you see her starting to you see him, sorry. His face is getting redder and redder as the night goes on, as the act goes on.
Abigail,
And it just looks like,
Oh, 1.
you're like, if somebody touched him right now, he's going to stab them. You know this. And same with you, Helen.
Oh,
1?
I hear it before
You
that.
hear the
I got a
you
0,
hear it, you're like,
01.
what was that?
Just,
Oh, look at that
I see the
violin
strings
player.
start to get there.
Wait, didn't I meet him? I met that guy. Oh, wait, his string's broken. Did you make your listen check? Okay, so
Abigail
You don't
bothers
really
me
know it.
about it.
You got like hot
You're
vision.
having-
As soon as
what
it
you're
happens,
having-
you're just like,
yeah.
Just zooms
What
in.
you're having to do, Amberlyn,
You wake
is
up. No, you
you're
were
having
asleep.
to
You
improvise
wake
in a
up.
couple places, so you don't have to use that. So give me another roll
dares?
to see how well you improvise.
With their string breaking.
Oh,
48 out of 75.
48 75. You do adequately improvising, but your character is. How are you feeling? How does your character feel about this whole situation? Because at least for the rest of the act, you can't do anything about it.
Unacceptable!
Okay, so angry as hell. Let me do a quick generic roll for the other actors and stagehands to see if
I
they
either
recognize
don't
this and
care
stay
or
clear.
I'm way above angry.
21. Okay. Everybody avoids you. All the other actors and stagehands. Word spreads like, don't get near James. James broke a string. And people are like, oh fuck! You know what I mean? They're like, no, not again.
somebody just lights the globe
Like,
on
this has happened once before.
Again.
This has happened once before.
It was ugly.
It was a nightmare.
Somebody went up to you and they're like,
Strings.
James, are you okay? See what's set? And they got beat down.
I twist your arm.
Okay. So anyway, that's what happened last time, and people were not recognizing this. So otherwise, the play is very successful. It does very well.
Okay.
You nailed it. I mean, you nailed it. You did fine. You're carrying a spear. You're not an actor.
Yeah.
But you do all your backstage stuff just fine. You compensated as best you could, but your character is angry at everything in the world is wrong.
What did you say the play was called? The Duchess?
The Duchess of Malfi.
So after this play, everybody's like, did you see the brother of the Duchess of Malfi? That's what the end play called. Because I did so well. Oh, shit.
You did nail it. It was good. And James did cover pretty well having lost a string during the, I think it's 2 acts. Ambralyn, you broke your string during the 2nd act, like right at the beginning of the 2nd act. So the rest of the play you had to deal with that. And you can repair it after the show. The play finishes, you got some rehearsal stuff that you do in the early afternoon, and then mid-afternoon you guys are done.
Yeah.
You 3 have information, but you haven't related to these 2 yet. Just FYI. Because you came, you got to work, you did the play.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But when,
keep that in mind.
Any
When
one
do we
of you
start-
want to be brave enough to try to talk to me?
oh yeah, that could be an issue.
Oh, yeah. When do we start practicing for the next play?
You already have been. It's like, you practice you do several different
When
rehearsals.
do we do,
different
like,
plays.
full rehearsals? Right?
Probably this
entire
afternoon.
play.
Probably you'll do a quick full rehearsal this afternoon after Duchess of Malfi. Then there's some line reading and shit after that, and then
I don't need to read the lines. I know them.
what is the next play? The next play is
Warriors
Warriors Without
Without
Sin
Oh, that's a shit.
by Gabriel Petwood, a historical play about the Spanish Armada sailing against England in 1588, only to be destroyed by the faster English ships and the storm that blows them north into the treacherous waters around Scotland. The main characters are the Spanish, and the title is ironically what they refer to themselves as: Warriors Without Sin. Catholics. Because that was the whole basis of the war, was the Spanish Catholics against the English and Elizabethan and the Anglicans. So,
Spaniards and Scottish.
you're playing...
Oh.
Do what? It's an okay play. It's not great. It's interesting. There's a lot of like sea battles and crap, so that's kind of fun, and you think people will enjoy it.
Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that's really good at dying, will he die in multiple roles?
Oh yeah.
So he's like the Sean
He doesn't
Bean
like
of
to
Goodwill.
because he's kind of lazy, and so he likes to die in Act 1 and not have to do anything the rest of the play, which almost never happens. It's happened a couple times. If his character's super visible when he dies, you know what I mean? Like he's one of the main characters. Like he played Polonius in Julius Caesar. No, in Hamlet, who gets stabbed through the fucking curtain by Hamlet, you know? And he dies, but the face is pretty well known, so they're like, we don't want you in the rest of the show, because people are like, that's a guy that played Polonius. Why is he walking around?
So this guy's like the Sean Bean of the 17th century.
Who's Sean? Wait, who's Sean
I
Bean?
just made that reference.
Did you say that? Who's Sean Bean?
Oh, did he really say that?
Does he die
I said
well?
that
Character.
I think I made that joke like 10, 20 minutes ago.
I didn't hear it either. Does he die a
Oh,
lot?
Sean Bean's my favorite actor.
Does he die a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He dies in almost every movie.
Yeah. He's good at dying, and he enjoys dying.
Which is funny because I don't really feel like Sean Bean's like amazing at dying. Like he doesn't give like amazing performances at dying. It's just like a meme that he just dies.
Okay.
Like, when he makes it to the end of the movie, you're like, what the fuck? I want my money back.
This guy does do a good job dying. And like I said before, if it needs to be just a subtle, I'm dead, he does it well. If it needs to be, here's my last words, blah, 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 I expire. He's good at that too. He's a good dyer.
I just wanted to know if he actually did multiple deaths.
And he has. Sometimes when it's a minor character that dies, then he comes back as a different character with a beard or something, and then he can die again.
So I'm standing outside, cameras flashing.
Fucking everybody dies in
signing
Hamlet.
autographs, right?
No, there's no autograph.
Everybody throwing their
autograph.
ink and pens up to
They're like, where's Fletcher? Where's Shakespeare?
No, anyways. So
you have to have
I'm gonna
time
look
to talk
for
to
these two after the play.
Yeah, okay. You find them right
Because
after the play.
I know I nailed it, and I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Okay, do role playing of
all over.
do the role playing of the schmoozing. If you want, or they can just schmooze.
I like
Yeah.
walking up to you like that. Just
That
like,
was a fine performance, Hawksworth.
fine.
Very fine.
Alright, if you have a very too, I might accept it.
Go buy you a drink.
Give me another adverb and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I feel like if God rolled percentiles, I crit.
Whatever the fuck that means.
I don't
It's your
really say that.
giant dice rolling.
Yeah.
I talked to Whitewood's wife because I knew she must have loved it.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
She's very impressed. She's kind of a fanboy. She's kind of like a fan of yours.
Nice.
Because Whitewood
I
knows
knew I
you.
had
She
fans.
likes your acting, so she's very appreciative. She says, I love when you did this. How could you do that to that person? Like you actually did it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's one of those kind of fans who's like, what happened in the play was real, that kind of crap. So,
I whispered to Godfrey,
hold on, Whitewood.
say, money can't buy that.
Yeah. She liked the play. It was great. She loves tragedy. She loves watching people die and terrible things happening to other people. This has come about a lot more since the kids died in 16 and 9.
I'm happy when my wife's happy.
Ever since
Yeah.
the kids die, we just have more time for plays.
And since the kids died, she prefers tragedies that are super tragic. And she can just cry. And there's terrible people. These are happening to these people.
Look, it happens to everyone.
It's happening to them, not me.
It's not just me.
Anyway, so yeah, she loved it. She had a really good time. And
Sad.
except she takes you aside. Except for this friend of my husband's. And if you can get rid of him, I would appreciate it. He sat and farted and burped the entire production.
Wait.
That's an aside. You guys don't hear this. She took you aside and said this about Godfrey, obviously. Godfrey's over there eating a chicken leg, and he's got a beer in his other hand.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he's scratching himself. If I ever say anything that your character isn't doing, let me know.
Is he like adjusting
He's
his
probably not
jump?
eating right.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Okay. He's got a beer in his hand, though, right?
Oh yeah, probably.
Okay, he's got a beer in his hand. He looks very content.
And then he farts as soon as she starts talking. Bless it, bro.
Because it was either him or my husband, and I won't eat that. My darling Everett. It was you. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. Okay, so you deal with them. You talk with them a little bit. You still haven't told them about what you guys learned at the mermaid lesson.
Okay.
Whitewood, I think you should escort your wife home, and then we should go to Islington, because right now is probably a good time for me to pursue this bottom.
You might want to grab those optimistic lads while
Yeah,
you're
hold
at
on
it.
just a second. They're gonna get you, Hell. They will.
Yeah.
Who?
Them two boys who are looking for bottom.
Oh, the other two. The stagehand and the musician, of course.
Yeah.
I
The musician
don't
seemed
want to talk to the musician, though. You should talk to the musician.
Oh, I did want to ask him.
Your wife had questions about the play. I will escort her home, answer all of her questions. She will be satisfied.
Oh, she'll love that.
You'll talk to the
She will
musician,
love that.
and yes, you will talk to the
I'll
musician.
meet you at Islington.
Do I notice? Do
Here's
I
some
notice?
chum on top of you. To help you cut
Do I notice Godfrey
Who's gonna
like?
murder you?
Do I notice that like Godfrey kind of knows like, well, I don't